Every year, thousands of people disappear. Some are victims of crime, others may run away, but then, there are those vanishings that defy all explanation. No clues, no traces, no answers. It's as if they were swallowed by the earth itself. Tonight, we'll explore the scariest cases of people who seem to vanish into thin air, and some of these stories may haunt you long after this video ends. Story 1. The Vanishing of Brandon Swanson. It was May 2008 in rural Minnesota. A 19-year-old college student named Brandon Swanson was driving home late at night after celebrating the end of the semester. At around 2 a.m., he accidentally drove his car into a ditch. Stranded, but unhurt, Brandon called his parents, asking them to pick him up. He sounded calm, even laughed about it. His father set out to find him. Brandon stayed on the phone, giving directions, flashing his car lights, but when his father arrived, there was no sign of Brandon. The call lasted 47 minutes. His father suddenly heard Brandon shout, "Oh, shit," and then the line went dead. Search teams found his car, but not a single footprint, no signs of struggle, nothing. 15 years later, Brandon's whereabouts remain a chilling mystery. Did something grab him in the dark? Or did he fall into something that shouldn't have been there? Some locals whisper of sinkholes, others whisper of something far worse. To this day, no one knows what Brandon saw in those final seconds. Story 2. The Strange Disappearance of Amelia Earhart. July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart, the world's most famous female aviator, set out to become the first woman to fly around the globe. But somewhere over the Pacific Ocean, her radio went silent and she never reached her destination. What makes this story so unsettling isn't just the disappearance, it's the countless theories. Some believe she crashed into the ocean and sank into the abyss. Others claim she was captured by the Japanese during wartime. And then, there are the darker theories. Locals on remote islands whispered about bones found long ago, bones that mysteriously disappeared before they could be tested. Even more disturbing are reports of strange radio calls weeks after she went missing. Some claim to hear a woman's desperate voice crackling through static, calling for help. Amelia Earhart's vanishing remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Did she die a tragic death, or did something unknown claim her far from home? Story 3. The Mystery of the Bennington Triangle. In the mountains of Vermont lies a place locals call the Bennington Triangle. Between 1945 and 1950, several people vanished in this area without a trace. The first was a man named Mitty Rivers, a seasoned outdoorsman who disappeared while leading a hunting group. Searchers combed the woods but found nothing. A year later, 18-year-old Paula Weldon went hiking on the long trail. Multiple witnesses saw her walking, but she never came back. Then came more disappearances. A veteran, a young boy, and even an elderly woman, all gone, as if the forest swallowed them whole. Some say it's the work of a serial killer. Others believe there are strange energies in the region, magnetic anomalies that make compasses spin, confusing anyone who enters. Paranormal researchers go further, suggesting portals or something that lives in those woods, waiting. 5 people vanished, none were ever found. To this day, hikers avoid certain trails, fearing they might be the next to simply vanish. Story 4. The Bizarre Disappearance of Zygmunt Adamski. In 1980, a man named Zygmunt Adamski disappeared from his home in England. 5 days later, his body was discovered on top of the coal pile 20 miles away. He had no signs of injury except for strange burn marks on his body, covered in an unidentified ointment. His clothes were in perfect condition, and his face frozen in terror. The coroner could not determine his cause of death. Some believe it was foul play. Others believe something else took him, UFO enthusiasts claim Adamski's case as proof of abduction. But what makes this story so chilling is that nobody saw him go missing. It's one of the strangest unsolved vanishings in history, and one that still terrifies investigators to this day. These are just some of the scariest cases where people vanished without a trace. Each story leaves behind more questions than answers, and the terrifying thought that it could happen to anyone. What truly happened to them? Were they victims of foul play? Did they stumble into something unexplainable? Or were they taken by something we cannot comprehend? If people can vanish into thin air, maybe none of us are ever really safe. Let me know in the comments below which of these vanishings disturbed you the most. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uploads.